We all love getting things for free, and football clubs are no different. So here is one player from each Premier League club that could become a free agent next summer. Arsenal Matt MACEY. After years of losing their top players for Nout, this seems like a quiet year for the Gunners. The only real player they could lose for nothing next summer is goalkeeper Matt MACEY, who to be honest is nowhere near the first team and probably never will be. He was on loan at League One side Plymouth Argyle last season, and he's probably looking for a club at a similar level next summer when he's likely to become released. Aston Villa James Chester. The Welsh defender hasn't played in the Premier League yet for Aston Villa, and he better hope he's fit soon because otherwise he won't get a chance to earn a new contract at Villa Park. Chester joined the club in 2016 after they were relegated to the Championship, and he's been a key player over the years as they look to navigate their way back to the Premier League. He signed a 4-year deal then which ends this summer, but Villa fans, do you think he should get a new deal? Bournemouth Ryan Fraser. It would be a massive disaster for Bournemouth if they had to lose Ryan Fraser for absolutely nothing. The Scottish winger has really kicked on in the past couple of years, scoring and assisting at an impressive rate while troubling defence with his pace in and out of possession. He was linked with the likes of Arsenal this summer, and one team could get a real coup next summer if they can get Ryan Fraser on a free. Fortunately for the Cherries, there are reports that Fraser could sign a new deal at Dean Court. Brighton Glenn Murray. The veteran forward has been a goal machine over the past 2 seasons, scoring a total of 25 Premier League goals, which is a damn good return deep into his 30s. But it looks like Murray is winding down at the Amex, with new boss Graham Potter preferring the more mobile and much younger Neil Maupay. At 36, Murray might have one move left in him, if he fancies another stint in the second tier that is. He'd certainly do a job there, that's for sure. Burnley Joe Hart. The former England number 1 signed a 2-year deal in 2018, and you have to feel as though he won't get a new contract. Nick Pope is the number 1 again at Burnley, while Joe Hart sits on the bench, wondering why Pep Guardiola decided to literally kill his career. Next summer will be massive for Joe Hart, because right now it's hard to see any Premier League club wanting to sign him, even on a free. He might even have to drop down to the Championship, depending on his wage demands of course. Chelsea Willian. Chelsea lost their number 10 to Eden Hazard this summer to Real Madrid, but could they lose another next summer for nothing? Willian's contract at Stamford Bridge is coming to an end, which will signal 7 years with the club. If you're Chelsea, you'd surely offer the Brazilian a new deal. He's an experienced player that will offer a lot, and can teach the likes of Callum Hudson-Odoi and Mason Mount all there is to know about being an attacking midfielder or winger. If Willian does leave, expect another big club to pick him up. Crystal Palace Christian Benteke. The club's record signing, Christian Benteke's time with Palace has been an absolute disaster, bar his first season at Selhurst Park. But despite this, the Eagles are trying desperately to hand Benteke a new contract, ensuring they don't lose the Belgian for nothing next summer. A £32 million signing, maybe Palace should just give up on Benteke, as he'll never be worth that much again. Everton Leighton Baines. It looked like Baines would leave in the summer just gone, but he signed a contract extension to spend 1 more year at Goodison Park. But next summer we'll surely see Baines leave Everton for good, having spent more than 10 incredible years as a toffee. He's been a loyal servant and an excellent player, who could still possibly get a Premier League move if the terms were right. Or if Everton don't have another backup option next year, they could always keep him around for another year. Leicester City Wes Morgan. Brendan Rodgers has a very young squad at Leicester, making Wes Morgan kind of the odd one out. The skipper is 35 now, no longer getting a game at the King Power Stadium, despite being the man that lifted the Premier League title all those years ago. But there's no room for sentiment in football nowadays, meaning Wes Morgan surely won't get another 1-year contract, just like he did last summer to keep him in Fox's blue. Liverpool James Milner. This is a player that Jurgen Klopp will be desperate to keep at Anfield, and fortunately for him, there are reports that contract negotiations are underway between Milner and Liverpool. The midfielder is Mr. Reliable for the Reds, and a fitness machine despite now being in his 30s. Milner doesn't feature in Klopp's favoured starting 11, but he's still an important squad player, especially when fixture congestion kicks in. He'll surely sign a new deal with Liverpool, but they need to get it signed pretty damn soon. Manchester City Fernandinho. Just like Milner for Liverpool, City will not want to lose Fernandinho for nothing next summer, and fortunately the Brazilian will be offered a new deal despite Rodri coming in to take his place. Fernandinho is the complete holding midfielder and has an incredible ability not to get sent off every week despite committing at least 10 fouls a game. He's invaluable to Pep Guardiola right now, playing at centre back amid the injury crisis at the Etihad. Manchester United Ashley Young. He got a 1-year contract extension last summer, but surely that's the last bit of paper he'll be signing as a Manchester United player. Once a flying winger, Ashley Young is now a makeshift fullback who isn't fit for purpose and a player who really shouldn't have got another Manchester United contract. Where could he go next summer? Who knows, but surely Manchester United fans don't want to see him leading the team out at Old Trafford anymore when the 2020-21 season comes around. Newcastle United, Andy Carroll. Unless he proves his fitness, Andy Carroll's Newcastle homecoming will be a short one. The striker signed a 1-year plays-you-play contract on transfer deadline day and so far has been restricted to just 2 substitute appearances. While it's great to see him back playing for his hometown club, it's surely only a short-term thing, and Newcastle were his only real chance of getting another Premier League move. The pressure is really on Andy Carroll to earn a new contract at Newcastle, otherwise he'll be a free agent once again. Norwich City, Alex TETTEY. A modern-day Norwich City legend, Alex TETTEY signed a new deal with the Canaries in 2018, but it was only for 2 years, meaning he might have to be on the move next summer. He's been with Norwich since 2012 and has been a consistent figure in the side, playing under multiple managers. Will he get a new contract to stay with Norwich? Canaries fans, let us know. Sheffield United, John Lundstrom. An Everton Academy graduate who never got a chance in blue, John Lundstrom is now proving he can do a job in the Premier League with Sheffield United, and he helped secure their first win of the season with the only goal of the game against Crystal Palace in August. At 25, Lundstrom has loads to offer, and Chris Wilder will surely want him tied down to a new deal before someone else snaps him up for nothing. Southampton, Cedric Soares. The Portuguese defender was out on loan at Inter Milan last season, but is back in the fold under Ralph Hasenhüttl, who's handed Soares another chance at St Mary's. Inter could have signed him permanently but chose not to, so the pressure is now on Cedric to earn a new contract with the Saints, otherwise he'll become a free agent when July 2020 comes around. Tottenham Hotspur, Christian Eriksen. If Daniel Levy had got his own way, Christian Eriksen would have left this summer for big money to save him the embarrassment of losing one of the Premier League's best players for absolutely nothing. But here we are, heading towards January, and Christian Eriksen is still a Spurs player with time ticking on his contract. Once January 1st comes around, the Danish playmaker can agree a pre-contract move to clubs in Europe, and you know the likes of Real Madrid will be circling. That would be a real nightmare for Spurs, and one that could come true. Watford, Daryl Janmaat. He was signed in 2016 and handed a 4-year contract at Vicarage Road, and he hasn't extended that deal since, meaning Daryl Janmaat could be a free agent next summer. It's not as if he's really set the world alight at Vicarage Road, although the own goal he scored on Saturday against Wolves wasn't his fault. He was previously linked with a move back to Holland, and I'm sure clubs in the Eredivisie would love to have him back home on a free. West Ham United, Pablo ZABALETA. A Manchester City legend whose career has been extended by West Ham, the Argentine is in his 3rd season in the capital, but it could be his last in English football. Zabaleta is no longer first choice at West Ham, which is fair enough considering he's now 34. If I was a betting man, I'd say he either goes back home to Argentina for nothing next summer, or he hangs out his boots for good and moves into coaching. And finally, Wolves, João Moutinho. It would be criminal if Wolves let João Moutinho leave next summer on a free. He signed a 2-year deal in 2018 and has been sensational for the club, helping them transition from the Championship all the way to the Europa League. Fortunately, reports say that he's in advanced talks to extend his stay with Wolves, but as it stands, nothing's been agreed yet. So that's one player from each Premier League club who could become a free agent next summer. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.